Darius Slay back with the Lions? Why the veteran might be ready for a return to Detroit. We'll tell you everything now, but before we go any further, I want to ask for your help. If you could leave a like on this video, it would be a huge boost for the channel. It doesn't cost anything, and it makes all the difference for us to continue bringing you the latest content about the Detroit Lions. By the way, we're almost reaching our goal of 2,000 subscribers. So if you're not yet part of this community that's passionate about the team, sign up now and come be a part of this movement. And look, stay until the end because the news is just beginning and there's a lot you need to know, but don't worry, it'll be very quick and you won't want to miss this hot information. At the end, I want to hear your opinion in the comments. Thanks for subscribing. Now let's get to the news. The Philadelphia Eagles are about to release experienced cornerback Darius Slay, according to renowned NFL insider Ian Rappaport. Slay, one of the Eagles' defensive mainstays since 2020, had a significant impact on the team's run to Super Bowl 57 and established himself as one of the most reliable players at his position in the league. However, the possible release opens the door to an intriguing storyline: a return to the Detroit Lions, the team that drafted him in 2013 and where he became one of the most respected cornerbacks in the NFL. And this possibility is not just speculation. Slay himself has openly spoken about the idea of wearing the Lions jersey again. During an appearance on the St. Brown podcast, he made it clear that Detroit still holds a special place in his heart. Absolutely. The two places I would always love to be are Philly or Detroit. The two main places I would love to be. If it is, it is. If it is not, it is not. This means that if the Lions are interested, the player's willingness could facilitate a return. And more than that, the numbers show that he still has a lot to offer. In 2024, Slay recorded 49 total tackles, including 36 solo tackles, a performance quite similar to that of current Lions veteran cornerback Carlton Davis III, who recorded 56 total tackles and 40 solo tackles. But here's the detail that could speed up this reunion. Davis has been a priority target for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are investing heavily to bolster their secondary. If the Jaguars can pry him away from Detroit, Slay could be the perfect piece to fill that void, bringing a combination of on-field production, experience, and leadership that few NFL players can offer. Why would a Slay return to Detroit make so much sense? Darius Slay's impact on a potential return to the Lions goes far beyond what he can do on the field. We're talking about a player who knows the franchise, the city, and has an emotional connection with the fans. His presence in the locker room could be crucial for a group of young talents in the secondary, such as Terrion Arnold and Ennis Rakestraw Jr., who have shown great potential, but still need the guidance of a veteran who has been through the league. Slay's experience could be the difference maker in high-pressure games, where leadership and situational awareness can determine the outcome of a game. In addition, his competitive mindset and aggressive style of play fit perfectly with the culture that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes are building in Detroit, an intense, physical, and resilient team. If the Lions and Slay come to an agreement, this return could be a key strategic move to keep the defense at a high level and ensure stability in a time of changes and new signings. With the franchise looking for another winning season, the addition of a veteran of Slay's caliber could be the key to strengthening the secondary and solidifying the defense for a potential playoff run. Now the question remains, will the Lions take the next step and seek that reunion? If it depends on Slay's will and Detroit's need, this move makes perfect sense. Trey Lance to the Lions? A surprising connection could bring the QB to Detroit. Stay until the end for you to understand everything in detail. Leave your like and let's go. The Detroit Lions may be ready to rekindle an old interest when free agency begins. And that interest has a name: Trey Lance. If you've been closely following everything the Lions have been saying and doing lately, one thing is clear. The franchise doesn't seem to see a bright future for Hendon Hooker. This paves the way for an active search for a new backup quarterback, or who knows, even Jared Goff's successor. And when it comes to viable options, one name that makes a lot of sense is Cowboys quarterback and former third overall draft pick Trey Lance. But why exactly should the Lions consider this move? Here are the reasons. First, there's a strong connection between Lance and one of the newest members of Detroit's coaching staff. The Lions recently hired Tyler Roll, a former Iowa State assistant, to serve as an offensive assistant. But before his time at Iowa State, Roll was the offensive coordinator at North Dakota State, where he worked directly with Trey Lance for 3 seasons. During that time, the duo won 2 FCS national titles, and Roll played a key role in Lance's development, helping him become the 3rd overall pick in the draft. That combined history creates a scenario where Roll could once again bring out the best in Lance, now in Detroit. In addition, the Lions have a coaching staff full of former NFL quarterbacks, including Mark Brunell, Bruce Gradkowski, Marquez Tuiasosopo, and John Morton, as well as Dan Campbell himself, who has already demonstrated his ability to help rebuild Jared Goff's career. Together, they represent a perfect environment to revitalize the career of a young quarterback who still has potential. Another relevant factor is that this wouldn't be the first time the Lions have expressed interest in Trey Lance. In September 2023, when the San Francisco 49ers put Lance on the market, The Athletic's Diana Rossini reported that Detroit was one of the teams showing interest in the quarterback. The Buffalo Bills and Baltimore Ravens are 2 teams that have had conversations with San Francisco about a possible trade for Trey Lance, Rossini tweeted. In the NFC, the Detroit Lions have also expressed interest, according to sources. General Manager Brad Holmes later denied making a direct call to the 49ers about Lance, but he never denied that the team was monitoring the situation. Now, with Lance set to hit free agency, the Lions may have a chance to add him to their roster without having to spend draft picks or make a big investment. Unlike drafting a young quarterback and taking on the risk of development, the Lions could bring in Lance for an extremely low cost. Projections indicate that his next contract will be for just 1 year, worth around $4 million. An affordable investment for a team that may be looking for a talent to mold over time. Trey Lance is still only 24 years old, and despite the struggles he has faced so far in the NFL, his talent has not disappeared. In a system that favors the development of quarterbacks, and alongside an experienced coaching staff, he could, at the very least, become a reliable backup option and, in the best-case scenario, become the future of the position for the Lions. If Detroit wants to explore this possibility, the opportunity is clearly there for them. Now, I want to hear your opinion. What do you think of this possible move by the Lions? Leave your comment below so we can discuss and exchange ideas. I will read, like, and respond, so don't miss this chance to participate. And of course, don't forget to leave a like to strengthen the channel. This helps a lot and motivates us to continue bringing you the hottest and most up-to-date news about the Detroit Lions. Stay tuned, because there is much more to come. See you in the next video.